Hi, I've already done a video on this over on my second channel, so I linked that in, but I thought I'd move this as a blab over on my main channel because this is critically important for every YouTube content producer, as well as it's going to affect viewers as well. It's about this, which is the YouTube COPPAlypse, or the next adpocalypse, caused by a $170 million settlement that YouTube had to pay with the Federal Telecommunications Commission, the FTC, about how YouTube were tracking children's videos. So children deemed under US law to be under 13 years of age. YouTube, of course, track everything. So they were tracking all of your viewing habits or children's viewing habits and then recommending videos and doing all sorts of stuff. And that's actually been against the law since 1998, apparently. And they got fined for it. So they are now putting the legal requirement on every single YouTube content producer come, I believe, the 1st of January to mark every single one of their videos as being either not intended for children or whether or not it's intended for children, and your entire channel. And the worst thing about this is, I'm going over a lot of stuff I did in the other video. If the FTC decides an uploaded video is kid directed, so i.e. it's primarily directed at kids, even if you didn't intend it to be, but you didn't mark it as kid friendly in your new YouTube settings, the creator could face a fine of over $42,000 per video. So this is going to have a huge impact on creators. In fact, if you get hit with this fine, it could bankrupt creators. This is really ridiculous. And YouTube have actually put the legal onus on the creator themselves to mark these videos, even though it would technically be YouTube breaking the law because they're the ones that are actually tracking people's viewing habits and things like that and recommending videos. And if it happens to be a child under the age of 13 in the US, then even though they're the ones doing it, the creator could cop the fine if they don't mark their videos as, or their entire channel as kid or child directed. So I'll link in the second video over there. I'll try not to go over a lot, but I obviously will. Now, I just got this email from YouTube, so all content creators, this just came through about 3-4 hours ago. Important changes that may impact your monetization and content discoverability are coming. They're the two key things. Not only the fine, potential fine from the FTC of $42,000 if you goof this up, or somebody reports your video and then you've accidentally made a mistake or something like that, you could potentially, your career could be over. Or YouTube could be forced to take down your video, give you a strike, shut down your channel, do whatever they need to protect their legal butt. So yes, this is going to impact monetization and content discoverability, i.e. How notifications and how your videos show up in searches and recommended videos. Because if you don't know, probably about half my views at the moment come from my videos being recommended to other people, either at the end of my own videos or on other videos that people play. It's a huge part of how YouTubers get new subscribers and find a new audience. So if your content is not discoverable either during search or recommended videos, related videos, then you're screwed. Your channel's not going to grow. Starting today, all creators are required to tell us if their content is made for kids in order to comply with the Children's Online Privacy COPPA Act and other applicable laws. Other applicable laws meaning other countries, because I'm in Australia, technically I'm not covered under the FTC law. They can't, in theory, they can't touch me, right? The law does not apply to me, but that doesn't mean that YouTube can't take action against my channel to protect their butt in terms of removing my video, shutting down my channel, giving me strikes and all that sort of jazz. So yeah, it's nasty. And yes, I'm aware of the new terms and conditions in YouTube. They just updated a few days ago that said, if your content is not commercially viable, they can shut down they have the right to shut down your channel. Great. Anyway, let's not go into that. So they've got a new audience setting in YouTube Studio. I'll show you that in a minute. Depending on the amount of made for kid content on your channel, you can set audience at either the channel level or the video level. So I'll actually demonstrate this. These changes are required as part of the settlement because they got their ass sued. Blah, blah. We know that these changes won't be easy. For some creators, it is required change going to take some time to get used to, but these are important steps to take to ensure compliance with the law. Please, US law. But it's a US company. on US servers, so they have to comply. Please read below to understand your legal requirements, but you know, they recommend you contact a lawyer who's not going to know jack all about this. Anyway, what is changing? Starting today, all creators are required to mark their content as made for kids or not made for kids in YouTube Studio. So when you upload a new video, I'll demonstrate this in a minute, you will get this question. Starting in January, we will limit the data we collect on made for kids contents to comply with the law. This means we will disable personalized ads on this content, which affects revenue for creators making content for kids. And some trials have already been done by various people that could, if you don't have personalized ads turned on in your video, it can drop your YouTube ad revenue by 60 to 90%. So if you mark your video as this, or you mark your entire channel, you can expect a 60 to 90% drop in that sort of order. So yeah, this is bad. As well as certain features like comments, notifications, I'll go into that. They're just nuking YouTube for this children's content. It's ridiculous. Anyway, note you may see some small changes as we experiment and refine, blah, blah, blah. Regardless of your location, we are required to ask you to set your videos as made for kids if they fall into that category, because YouTube can't figure out a way to not do this without pushing the onus onto the content creator. Oh. Anyway, we'll also use machine learning systems to help us find content that is clearly made for kids, but do not rely on our systems to set content for you. They're actually just like the new monetization option there, where you can self-rate your videos as being compliant. They're going to rely on the content creator to self-rate their videos, but they will also have automated algorithms like my latest Lego video on EEVblog 2, which I'll talk about. If you go and watch that, you'll get Peppa Pig recommended videos. It's clearly knowing, okay, Lego equals kids, therefore I'm going to show you ads for Lego and Marble Run videos and Peppa Pig and all that sort of jazz. So if you don't set your content, or if we detect error or abuse, we may set your audience for you. If you fail to set your content accurately, you may face compliance issues with the FTC or other authorities, and we may have to take action on your YouTube account. So for Australians like me, who technically the FTC wouldn't be able to sue me it'd be really difficult for the $42,000, but YouTube, they just may force YouTube to take action on their behalf. What is made for kids content? They basically tell you to go to speak to a lawyer, but they've got general guidelines. If it's directed at children as the primary audience, as none of my content is, it is directed at children, but children are a secondary audience, etc. There's a whole web page on this, and we can go have a look, but I've already done that on the second channel. We know this won't be easy for some creators. That is, required change is going to take some getting used to. Well, cannot provide legal advice, configured to help you, blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much, YouTube team. Here we go. So what this means is if you actually go into settings down here and you go into advanced settings over here like this, this is how you can set up for your entire channel. Now, YouTube actually recommend you must do this even if your content is all adult material. You've got to go in here, otherwise their algorithms may automatically detect that your stuff is, child friendly or whatever. Made for kids is their terminology. So you can set this on a global level. No, set this channel as not made for kids. I never upload content that's made for kids. Now, technically, that's all of my content. Even my Lego build videos, even the videos where Sagan and Huxley are in them, my two boys who are under 13, and just having an underage child in your video does not necessarily mean the video is targeted at kids. And we'll see this in a minute. Or you can set, if you set this, my channel is made for kids, what this means, I'll go through the list. If you set your entire channel to this or any individual video, I have a list. This is the stuff that will be disabled. They're practically nuking YouTube, and they've already done this for quite some time. If you've got a deliberate kids channel video like Ryan's Toys unboxings or whatever it is, right? Everything, like, this is the list. No comments, okay? Like, that just destroys YouTube right there. It's no longer you in YouTube. No comments. I'll disable comments on your video if you set it channel wide or on an individual channel basis. No personalized ads. As I said, possibly drop your income between 60 to 90% for those particular videos or your entire channel. No info cards. So you can't get pop-up cards because they don't want videos recommended to kids. No end screens. Once again, end screens can be used to recommend videos, so they don't want that. No stories. I don't use stories. No community tab. I'm using the community tab more and more, but there's no community tab. Great. You can't interact with your community because they've disabled comments, because there's been a couple of kiddie fiddlers in the YouTube comments in recent times, so they just nuked comments on all kid-related videos. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, destroy community tabs. You don't get that. Notification bell. You don't get the notification bell. Your video, your audience, your subscribers will not be notified that you've uploaded a video. So even if a channel like mine, which is not kid directed, but if I happen to have a Lego video or something, which I might put as kid directed, as market as a kid friendly video, a kid directed video, then you won't get notified about that, even if you got the notification bell set. Great. Thanks, YouTube. You can't save the video to watch later or save it to a playlist or whatever. They've just nuked all of YouTube for kid related videos. Anyway, so a channel like mine, I am going to set it global like this. Now, this is not a one-off thing. You can actually, I've already set it to that. And then when you go in, let's go in and have a look at, say, this Star Wars build video. Go down here, here it is. Once you set that global setting, it'll mark all of your videos all across your channel as no, it's not made for kids. And you don't want this age restriction thing, because they'll definitely disable everything unless it is age restricted. So that's just a global thing, but you can override it on an individual basis. So if you're a content producer like me, who produces 99.9% of content that's not kid related or kid directed, but you might occasionally make one that might be, then that's the best option, because you don't want to have to go in there, and in my case 1,500 odd videos, I don't want to have to go in there and individually set each one. So I set it channel wide. But if you go in here and I want to review settings for every video, I can save that. You can change this willy-nilly. It's no problem at all. And then we go back in and if we reload this video, it should, bingo, it's disabled. Every single video on my channel now doesn't have that option set. So if you set that channel wide, then it won't touch any of your videos, and you'll have to go in and mark all your previous videos one by one. So I'd hate to be a content producer who does a 50-50 split, for example. That'd be horrible. You can also go into your list of videos, and then so you can select like individual videos like this in your video list, and then you can edit them as a, like that way if you want to. That's another way to do it. So I'm definitely going to go into here, and I'm going to set channel wide like this, and then maybe I can go into an individual video, like my Star Wars video, for example. Now, if we go into YouTube help here, what if my content is applicable to a wide audience but not kids specifically? That would be my videos, maybe, science videos, like Sagan, for example. 8 years old, loves watching Curious Droid videos, for example, and they're not kid-directed videos, but loves watching them, right? As the creator, you know your content best. If you intend to reach a kid audience, it's likely your video is made for kids, duh. If you're not sure about your audience, take a look at the features of your video. Does it have actors, characters, activities, games, songs, or stories that kids are particularly attracted to? If so, your video may be directed to kids, but as always, this is up to the FTC to decide. If somebody flags your, or maybe reports your video or something to the FTC, they could go to YouTube and say, hey, we've deemed this video as being child directed, even though you, the content producer, may have had no intention at all. And you may actually even have the evidence to show, based on your viewer statistics, that it's not directed at kids. They could still potentially fine you the $42,000. So it's insane. Anyway, the key is to balance all the COPPA specified factors that apply. Yeah, there's so many factors that apply, it's ridiculous. For example, the fact that a kid is featured in a video does not necessarily mean that the video is made for kids. So for all those who watched my other video and said, Dave, you're going to kamigutsa with all those Lego videos. No, even YouTube themselves say it does not, just because there's a kid in there does not mean it's directed at kids. And I've actually got evidence to show that my viewer statistics, it's not viewed by kids. It's mostly viewed by my existing audience, and that's where the majority of views come from. So it's definitely not directed at kids. But that doesn't stop the FTC from saying so. Anyway, it's a shit show. Whether the use of language as intended for kids and medical versus play videos, should consider consulting a lawyer. A lawyer's not going to know jack about this. You could pay $1,000 an hour to the best lawyer in the country. They're not going to know diddly squat. It's not going to stop the FCC suing you if they think so. Like, it's just if they deem your video to be. In addition, creators outside the United States will need to take into consideration additional obligations they may have under applicable laws when evaluating whether the content is made for kids. Blah, 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 blah. So anyway, yeah, this is a huge deal. This is going to impact a ton of creators come January. And if you haven't set this on your channel, you better do it. Most of the fellow content creators who would be watching this would almost be in the same, certainly in the same camp as I am, in that your channel is, no, it's not directed at kids, but you may have the occasional video that you might want to set individually. So definitely set it channel wide so that then the YouTube algorithm's not going to come along and overrule that. YouTube are promising that their algorithm won't or shouldn't do that. Fingers crossed. Yeah, the algorithm hasn't screwed up before, has it? This is a big deal, but it's not as bad as people made out in my previous video that I'm screwed with all my Lego videos and stuff like that. I might go through and just as a matter of course set, you know, a few of my Lego videos and stuff like that primarily on my second channel as not directed at kids. But as I said, you lose comments. I'm not sure if I go into an existing video. Well, let's do this, shall we? Let's do it right now. Yes, it's made for kids. This could change come January or whatever. I'm going to say, yes, it's made for kids. I'm going to save this. This is a test. Have my comments disappeared? No, comments are still there. So there you go. Whether or not it takes time and they might vanish or stuff like that, I'm not sure what the deal is. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if comments eventually vanish come January. Maybe it's only applicable to new uploads and they don't worry about, they sort of like grandfather all the old videos and they still retain their comments even though they're disabled. But then that YouTube's not 100% covering their butt. So it certainly would not surprise me if comments vanish in January on all videos you mark as that. And you won't get notifications, you won't get end screens, cards, community tabs notified of the video uploads and stuff like that. What's the point? I'd hate to be a YouTube, a year or two ago, I was going, damn, I wish I'd gotten into toy unboxing videos. I'd be worth tens of millions of dollars now. And now I'm glad I didn't get into it. Yeah, I might still have the money, but like you don't get the satisfaction of having the interaction with the comments and the audience and everything else. And your audience don't get notified for your new videos. What a joke. Like YouTube have YouTube Kids. They've got YouTube Kids. Why don't they just set to watch YouTube? You have to log into an account and say, I'm over 13. You get to see the comments, you get notifications, you get everything. But if you're just like, if you're under 13 and you're not logged into an account and you're just viewing the video directly without being logged into a YouTube account, then it might disable comments or something like that. That would potentially be a better option. But then again, I don't like that one either, because then it means people who value their privacy and don't want a Google account, but they're adults, then want to see all the comments. Anyway, YouTube put the onus on the content creator to cover YouTube's ass, because they're the ones who are doing all the tracking. I don't know why. If it's a kid-related video, they can't just disable all the tracking. I still do not understand the comment thing. This comes from, all the blue check marks on Twitter are all outraged because a couple of kiddie fiddlers got on YouTube and started like doing, stuff in the comments. So they just nuked all of YouTube for all kids videos. They just disabled comments. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's just, and not being notified for new videos. Come on. You're logged in. To get notified for new videos, you've got to have a Google account. You've got to be logged in. You could certify that you're over 13 years of age, and then the legal onus is not on YouTube anymore. The legal onus is on the person owning that account. So YouTube's ass is covered. And why they can't do that? Why they have to disable notifications and community tabs and it's just unbelievable. Anyway, the new Adpocalypse. What is this? 3.0, I think. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Sorry, I've repeated everything I did in the video on the second channel, but YouTube's shooting themselves in the foot again. Catch you next time.